Hello and welcome back to the Mayor's Update. We are here for a very special update at From the Vines.
Yes. Just pointing out, yes.
Yes.
If I've got to be at From the Vines, I'm going to have a great glass of wine. A lot of great selection there is here.
And they have beautiful mocktails too.
Oh, yes.
And we have Darlene from the library.
Yes.
And she's going to talk all about the programming that we have.
Yeah.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for inviting me here today, Grayden, and it's great to be here with both of you. So the library, yes, we just got hot off the press our very brand new programming guide for the summer. This is for June, July, and August. It has all of our programs for adults and seniors and children. It's full.
It's full.
Very, very, very full. And the handy thing is that June is in the first part, and then right in the middle, you have the actual summer programs. So
excellent.
If your grandparents are looking for things to do with your grandchildren over the summer, come to the library. It's all free. So I want to start with saying, or just reassuring all of our seniors and adults that we are going to continue with your programs as well this summer. Seniors Walk and Talk will still be happening. Our book clubs are going to be done. We'll still have one in June. Our Craft Afternoon is going to run all summer as well. So please come and check out what we have for you. And for kids, I want to especially talk about our summer reading program. So most of you know every summer at the library, we do a TD summer reading program. And this year we're doing it a little bit differently. So when you come to register the first week of July, you will get your logging book and you will also get this. This is what we're calling a brag necklace. And you're starting off with a piece of gimp and a starter bead. And I don't think the camera can pick this up, but these were designed in our maker lab by our very own maker coordinator.
Very cool.
And it says STPL 2023. So you will know what year, what reading club you've done with this necklace. Every time you come to the library with your reading log and you show us progress that you've done some reading, you will get a bead. And on your 5th visit, you will get a special bead. So we want people to just build their necklaces all summer long.
We can build necklaces, great.
Isn't it fabulous?
Yeah.
And you don't have to read an entire book to get a bead. This is the beautiful thing. It's really hard for some kids. They feel a lot of pressure having to read a certain amount of books or read a certain amount of minutes before they can achieve
And some
a goal.
books are bigger than others, too.
Exactly.
Right?
Like
some
those
books
Harry
are
Potter
really
books.
big and some books are tiny. Yeah. So we like to encourage everybody just to get reading. It's so important to keep your reading up during the summer. The teachers have told us, there's studies out there, that over the summer when kids aren't in school, there is a summer slump that happens. And when kids get back to school, it's probably about 4 to 6 weeks before kids can actually learn new things. They have to review that first month and a half.
So if we can keep the reading up through the summer, then that gives them that head start back to school.
Exactly. And it's so easy to do. So you can make it part of bedtime routine, come to the library every day, get a bead every day. If you just read one page and show us in your logbook that you've read a page, you get a bead. So every visit equals a bead.
Wow.
So that's very exciting. So that's the reading club portion. And now for the programs, which is the most exciting part. We have programs for all age groups. We are no longer going to be doing our weekly story times, but we will have our Saturday story times for 4-year-olds plus. We're also going to bring back our stuffy sleepover.
What's the stuffy sleepover?
You want to know what the stuffy sleepover is?
You have to bring your stuffy.
You have to bring your stuffy. Stuffy comes with you and you do a lovely story time together. Stuffy stays at the library. We tuck all the stuffies in and we wave goodbye and the kids can
My
come
elephant
back
has to stay at the library?
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is with the stuffy sleepover is those stuffies do not stay asleep. They get into all kinds of mischief at the library. We have found them in the staff room freezer. We have found them trying to get into the CEO's office.
They're having some fun, are they? All right.
Yes, they are. So anyway, we like to take pictures. We have hidden cameras in the library, and they take pictures of the stuffies and see what they get into. So check out our stuffy sleepover.
I like this.
This sounds amazing. It kind of reminds me of like Elf on the Shelf / Today's Special.
Right.
For the people in my generation growing up watching TV.
I love it. Exactly. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. So limited spaces. So that one you have to register for.
I better register soon.
Yes, got to get that St.Thomas City elephant in there.
Yeah.
Is it a jumbo?
We have a number of elephants, but we have a very large stuffed elephant at home and a bunch of the little ones. And we probably should give you a bunch of those to give away on Stuffy. Fluffy
Stuffy
Fluffy
sleepover,
stuffies.
that would be
Yeah, I
amazing.
gotta get the words right. Yeah.
That would be
First
amazing.
glass of wine.
No, I like that. I like it.
Yeah.
Right? That would be a neat giveaway.
That would be,
That's
because
awesome.
some children might be a little sad to be leaving their stuffy behind, and if they can
Mhm.
take a new one home with them, that
That's
might
right.
ease the pain.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
So,
I
Okay.
had so many stuffies.
We'll make sure that happens.
Some of my
Melissa's
favorite things.
just ordered boxes and boxes of stuffed elephants. So
wonderful.
we're
That's,
set.
That's very cool. Thank you so much. So we're also going to be doing a campfire story time. So we have a little electric campfire, and we're going to do that as well. So that's for the
Scary
littles.
stories?
Maybe.
It's campfires,
Maybe.
right?
It's
Yes.
campfires. We'll
Yeah.
see what happens. We
Yeah.
don't want to scare anybody too much,
No,
right?
no, of course not.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Well, I know like Lily has loved her time at the library reading with Rosie with the story time
Yeah.
there and playing with all this stuff has just been incredible. For anyone who doesn't know, Lily's my daughter is almost 2 now.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like she loves being at the front of the class with Rosie and like
Yeah.
running up and grabbing stuff,
Yeah.
popping they have bubbles during story time.
Yes.
I feel like
bubbles every time.
There's been an evolution in story time since I was a kid. Like I loved it as a kid being in the library because when I was a kid, it was up on the 2nd floor. And so you'd be reading, and it'd be the morning, and the sun would be pouring in. So you'd be reading the book, and you'd be slowly falling asleep, and it's just like this wonderful experience. I have like those rosy childhood memories of being at the library in St. Thomas.
And it
Very
helps
cool.
work the imagination. I just
Yeah.
remember my time reading. Certainly,
Mm.
we'd go to the farm, and it was before cable TV,
Yeah.
and so I found a whole treasure trove of old books, right? Whether they were old Hardy Boy books or
With the blue covers.
yeah, that type
Yeah.
of, right? And just would devour these,
Mhm.
because it was, and of course, helps your imagination. You're really thinking about the stories. So
Mhm.
It's the
great,
beauty of
good to
books,
see we're
right?
doing all of that. So,
Mhm.
perfect.
And the library is an incredible resource in our community. If you haven't
Yeah.
checked it out, you need to go
Yes.
and see it.
And the mayor will apologize right now for the parking.
What's happening with the parking?
Boy, well, we are rebuilding Talbot Street, and that took a lot of parking off the main
Yeah.
street and put it into the back parking lots.
Mm.
At the same time as we're building Westlake Evans Park right beside the library,
Mhm.
which was a parking lot, and now there will be more again. And so sometimes it's pretty crowded in the parking lot behind the city hall, but I see everybody, kind of circling and finding a spot. There's a
Mhm.
number of spots along the street, and of course, just because there is, we took half of them away last week to put in new sidewalks.
Just because,
Right?
you know.
Oh no. Let's okay. We're gonna make it. You want to go to the library, and so we are. But I'll tell you, I still see the crowds, right,
Oh,
going
yes.
in and out, and
Yeah.
and many people have learned. First thing in the morning, go do the book drop off.
Yeah.
Don't try and do it in the middle of the day. There's no place to
Exactly.
put your car. Right?
That's right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, Jess has me run Lily's books back.
Yeah.
Like usually when I'm coming around to either here or caps off, we'll do the
Right.
caps off run and we'll drop off the books.
Right. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You have to do things in the area. As I was,
To
it's-
keep it local.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, you can always if you get them to me, I can do them. My car is parked right there all the time.
Okay.
Exactly.
good to
We're
know. Be
looking
like-
forward to that park actually being
Oh,
completed.
are we
Oh,
ever?
it's going to be
It's
incredible.
going to be fabulous. I think it's going to bring a lot of other people into
Right.
the library as
Mhm.
well, and,
I-
and then they can come to the park after they're done
Yeah.
getting their books, or vice versa. We might even do some story times out there.
Oh, I think that would be fun
Yeah.
too. And then, of course, with the new daycare center,
Yeah.
also attached to the whole precinct that we're doing,
Mhm.
it will be a fun way to attract new people to see where the library is.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly.
I just love it. And for anyone who doesn't read as much or don't have time like myself to read an actual book, what I do when I'm working is I'll get the Cloud Library app, which you get for free from the library with your library card. And you can download audiobooks. They have an amazing selection. Doesn't matter what you're into. You can search it, you can find it, and you can listen to it for free via our library.
That's correct. And not only do we have audiobooks, we also have electronic like ebooks that you
Mhm.
can also download through Cloud Library. We have magazines as well on the Cloud Library app, and even movies. You can stream
Oh.
movies now. So
That's
pretty
next
exciting.
level.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Who needs Netflix?
Yeah, exactly.
I do a lot of audiobooks too, Grayden. And
I love
that 3-hour trip up north
Mhm.
to the cottage is just perfect for getting about half a book done and then finishing it on the way home.
Exactly.
So it's just
yeah.
it's how I read a lot of my books now, or even sitting in the hot tub.
Mhm.
Because I wear hearing aids. To show you, I can put all the sound through my hearing aids.
Oh,
So I listen to my audiobooks through my hearing aids.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Oh,
And
that's
so it's perfect.
Yeah, I do that in my hot tub as well. I've got like the Bluetooth headset.
Yeah.
You just pop that in, And then I put the those ear protectors, like earmuffs
Mhm.
that you like would normally have
Right.
when you're like mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
I've got my earbuds in, and I put the earmuffs over top, so in case they fall out, they don't go in the water. They just go
Right.
into there.
Ah, that's so smart.
Yeah, and I've had requests of people who want pictures of me doing this, which I've never sent out. I just want to be very clear.
Yeah, I'm not showing a lot of pictures of me and my Speedo in the hot tub. It's probably not appropriate. And so, but I do. The audiobook is a great idea because I find I have to just turn off. We do a lot of reading in our jobs these days, and it's almost always on a screen.
Yes.
Mhm.
And technical stuff or technical journals or budgets or that type of thing. I've got to put on a good crime novel every now and again and just get through it.
Yeah.
Right?
What's your
And
favorite crime
Yeah.
novel right now?
I read a lot of Grisham, and
Okay,
and so
yeah.
but even more like that, and I just take the chance every so often because with audio, I just if I don't like it, it's pretty early in the book, right?
Mhm.
And I haven't bought like a whole thick book that I don't know what to do with next. I say, okay, save that one. Maybe I'll come back to it. And there's many that I have come back, a month later and said, let's try it now that it's not. I'm on the beach now. Let's try this.
Yeah,
right? So-
exactly. And the beautiful thing is you don't have to lug heavy books across the
No.
street to our book drop
Great.
to bring it back. You
Right.
just push a button and it returns automatically, or it comes off of your device after 2
Yep.
weeks.
Yeah,
So-
it'll do it itself, which
pretty
I found
handy.
out.
No, I wasn't done. I have to get it again.
Yeah,
Right.
the librarians don't have to chase you for these books anymore. I mean,
No.
that's pretty
I
fantastic.
like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's interesting because I know there was this big debate when ebooks and audiobooks first
Mhm.
came out, that, oh, that's it. The printed book is done. Nobody's going to want printed books anymore.
No.
We have teens coming into the library and asking specifically for books, hard copy books. And if we don't have the title in hard copy, we
Mhm.
have to get it from another library for
Right.
them because they don't want to do an ebook. So that there is still a core group of people out there that love the actual book, the smell, the experience, that
Well,
tactile.
And I still like to turn pages. I still do. Okay, I'm going to get this one. Or between my brothers and sisters, we're all, at the age where we grew up reading books. What are you reading right now? And so we
Mhm.
steal each other's books too. But it's I find it the best way to relax. Right. So that's from an adult point of view.
Mhm.
But I just love to see the kids and teens. It's a search for knowledge, and they don't know it. They're just, it's the imagination clicks in, and you're getting that piece. From the
Catching them when
library.
they're young,
Yep.
bringing them in with story times and fun things like
Yep.
that, and then just bringing them right up through the ranks and
Yep.
hopefully ending them up in our teen advisory board where they can give back to the library.
Well,
So,
that is great to hear too. That,
Mhm.
that you're getting that type of advice
Yeah.
from the users of the library. It's
Yeah.
great.
our teen advisory board has really blown out of proportion. We were struggling before the pandemic. We were struggling getting teens interested in being part of the library, and now we've got a Discord server. We can reach and talk and chat with them through Discord, and they meet once a month at the library, and they have been planning their own summer reading club program. They're going to be doing a readathon this year at the end of August for a week. There will be a pledge form that they're going to give out to their loved ones to donate money to the library according to how many books that they read. And we're really excited about that. They're going to spend the last week, I think it's the last week of August, and then we're going to have a big celebration party for how much money they raise for us. So it's just really
Excellent.
thrilling to see that. So
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
yeah.
Keep us posted. We'd love to tell people about when something like that's going on.
absolutely.
That's the type of stuff we love to share on Mayor's Update. We don't have to tell you what street's closed. You'll find
If
that
your
on
street
your
is
own.
closed, come to the
Oh
library.
no, by all means, it will soothe you. It will work very well.
Yeah, and have you talked about the Dungeons and Dragons program
Oh,
yet?
yes. So this is a new adult program we're bringing. Well, adult, teen. We actually have a senior who signed up to be part of this.
Excellent.
But we're doing a D&D program. Space is very, very limited. I think there's 5 spots in total, and 3 of them have already been registered. So there's only 2 spots left. But if you ever wanted to learn how to play Dungeons and Dragons, come to the library or register for this program. There will be an 8-week campaign for the month of July and August. 8 weeks with our resident dungeon master
Who is
staff
the
member.
resident dungeon master?
This would be Alex Robart, and he is incredible. And he's very excited to be bringing Dungeons and Dragons to the library. So
great.
please come and check that out if you've never played before, if you just want to learn how. It's a really great fun thing too.
And are you still doing walks around St.
Yes,
Thomas?
the seniors walk and talk.
I was going to ask you about walk and talk.
Yes.
Is it either or no? It's actually walk.
That would be
If
me.
I was leading it, it would be because I cannot do two things at once.
I just like to talk. So, the walking would be way better for me. Yes.
Yeah, so we meet at the elevated park, and our staff member Kirsty takes the public, and we just walk along the elevated park, and you get this incredible view of St. Thomas. And it doesn't matter what season; it's always unbelievable up there. You know?
I love the fall.
Yeah.
For the
the
colorful
colors.
vistas when the trees start to change.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Right? And I thought I wouldn't. I'm not a big heights person.
Right.
I thought I
We talked
wasn't,
about that, yeah.
but I just love the elevated park. It's just
And it's lit up.
makes me feel safe.
All the sculptures
I'm
there.
That's it.
Yeah.
The artwork and the art and the panels and everything. It's just incredible. And you've got a lovely children's area as
You can
well.
play music from the Rotary Club.
Yes, yeah, it's fabulous. So what Kirsty does is she actually has an app on her phone, and she takes it with her. And when a bird sings, she lifts her phone up, and the bird song goes into the app, and then they can identify the bird. So they've been doing a little bit of
that's
bird
incredible.
identification, and we have some very dedicated people that come out every single week. And we've got the backup of the Joe Thornton in case the weather is like really crappy. Then you can go to Joe Thornton. They haven't done it yet. They just they don't
Locking
mind.
out?
They're happy to
Perfect.
walk out in all weather. So we're like, well, if you want to do it, we'll keep it going because it's just such a wonderful thing. And another key thing about the elevated park this summer, we're going to be putting a story walk up there again.
What's a story walk?
A story walk. Okay.
How many stories up are we? No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
The mayor said
Zing.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Ding. So the story walk, the book is Treasure, and I'm sorry the author escapes me at the moment. But the book is called Treasure, and it's a picture book that's been torn apart and put on panels. And so to read the book, you actually have to walk from panel to read it. And so TV, who sponsors Summer Reading Club, will send out a free story walk every year to the libraries if you register for it. So we got it. It just came in. And I've already talked to Serge Lavoie, and he's going to be putting that up for us again this year up at the elevated park. We're also going to be changing out the story that's in the story walk at Pinafore Park. That'll be happening within the next couple of weeks as well, just in time for summer. So
this isn't just a little building on Curtis Street, right? This is a library. It's pretty active all around town.
That's right.
And I know that, but we're sharing with people who may not know that, right?
And if you can't get to our building in town, please check us out at our kiosk in the mall or at the Elgin shopping or the Elgin Center, I guess it's called now.
Friends of the
sorry
Library.
about that. Yeah. So we have a kiosk there. We have a Friends of the Library store there where you can buy books, and all that money goes back to the library. And if you put a book on hold, you can choose online whether you want to pick it up at the center or if you want to pick it up at the library. So there's lots of options. It's like a little mini
Right
branch.
now, that's a nice second choice. Get in a game of mini golf and do some other things at the center while you're there.
And there's lots of parking.
Yeah, well, I was kind of leading to that. But this too will pass.
Yes, it will, and it will be wonderful. We're all very excited about the changes for sure. So, but we have programs for older kids as well. We're going to be doing a lot in our Maker Lab this summer. We have some coding programs for 11 plus year olds. We have a Mario morning program where they get to program their own little mini Mario game, and that's for 8 years plus. There will be making 3D print jewelry.
I was just reading about that.
Yes, very exciting. We also have, people may not know this, but we have a new printer, and it prints out on heat transfer paper, and we have a heat press. So we will be having a make your own t-shirt program for teens. They can bring their t-shirt in, create a design, and heat press it right there at the library.
We don't have Mayor's Update t-shirts. We could do that.
You totally could.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to work on some designs because that's a great idea.
Okay.
Yeah, just book a one-on-one with Ricardo or anyone else in our Maker Lab, and you are good to go.
That's going to be hilarious.
I work close, so it's not hard for me. Great.
I'll send you the designs. You can take them to the library, get them on the press.
All right.
They'll be hot off the press.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Not as good as the other one.
No. I mean,
Okay.
like, come on.
You're getting there.
I don't have the same dad level as you, so I'm
No,
not
no,
able
no.
to achieve.
You've
the
got a
same
few more
humor.
years of dad before you start
Yeah,
being this
I've really
bad.
got to
So,
like.
yeah.
You're learning from the best.
I
think.
absolutely, yeah.
Have we any questions in from any of our viewers tonight, or?
Not so many questions as some comments. We have Faye Gallagher says our library is fantastic, great
Yes.
programs. 100% agree. Beth Douglas is saying, I was at Craft Corner this morning and some people new to St. Thomas were there and were able to share all the great things here in St. Thomas. If you're new to St. Thomas, the library is a great place to make connections. Absolutely agree.
Yeah, very true.
And to learn things, not just library things, but to learn things about St. Thomas. It's a great place to go ask questions. I'm new to town, and where is
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Taxes. You want to get your taxes
Oh,
done?
yes,
They help out with that.
Yes, we have volunteer tax clinic.
Yes.
Every year we do
Yes.
that. It's a very valuable service for
Mhm.
this community, and we're really
Yes.
honored that we get to host that. So
And we talk about that a lot, about if you don't file, you're missing out on a lot of special things the government will do for you.
Mhm.
And sometimes they go, well, I don't owe anything. And so, but the tax clinics really make people figure out this is in their best interest to get that done.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. for sure.
Absolutely. And that's the thing is like the library does so many things. It's not just about books anymore.
Mhm.
No.
It's about community connections. And
Yeah.
especially after COVID, where people are trying to connect back in the community. If you moved here, you haven't met anyone.
Mhm.
The
It's a
library is a
great
fantastic
place.
place
Or
to do that.
Walk and talk the seniors thing.
Yes.
Or I'm learning some stuff today. Not enough hours in my day to do all these things, but 3D jewelry was also.
I know.
I'm thinking
You're gonna get on
save
some of
money.
that?
Yeah, no,
Yeah. I mean, birthdays
Yeah.
coming up, and Stephanie could use some new jewelry. I don't think she has any 3D printed jewelry yet. does
well, no, but we're getting
Stephanie, I
married
hope you're not
this
watching
year,
right now.
and
Don't
so
ruin any
yes,
surprises.
yes, she will watch this like later tonight or tomorrow, so I can't give anything away.
Oh man. Oh wow. All right, so we have 8 minutes left on our timeline here.
Oh, that went
We go
fast.
so fast when we do this. It really is. We just get into our topic, and then there's always a bunch of stuff we also want to share. Now,
Mhm.
last week was fairly busy because it was a long weekend coming up, but there's still lots coming up in town.
So many things.
Hey.
So I got to pull up my mayor's update album.
He's electronic. He's good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. So I've got all the things. Many things have passed now, but we wanted to
Oh,
mention.
We've got opening of a new pet store this weekend at Ren's
Ren's
Pets.
Pets.
And then we have the Leos from Port Said, the dog walk on
Mhm.
Sunday at Pinafore Park. Me and JoJo are going out to both events.
Oh wow!
Yeah. And what else is this?
Charity euchre tournament.
Oh yes, I'm at the euchre tournament on Saturday night too. Last year was the first time I'd ever entered that euchre tournament,
Mhm.
and I had a great time. And you meet so many people you wouldn't otherwise see. I mean, you have to kind of mix up the things you like so
Mhm.
that you can meet new people.
Mhm.
But
Project G-Force is coming at the Princess Ave Theater, which is an amazing venue if you haven't been there
yes,
for seeing concerts or plays, any
for
performances.
intimate theater, for like everything you see there, it's like you're in the show because it's such a
You're so
Small,
close. The audio is
right,
incredible.
yes, right.
And those are the main ones. The Elgin County Railway Museum season reopening is happening this
open?
weekend.
Yep.
The 27th and 28th.
And look, if you're new to town and you've been watching Mayor's Update, go. This is one of those special places like the elevated park, like a number of things you have in town that you may never go on your own until you have people come from out of town.
Mhm.
So please, if you're new to town, just go into the Railway Museum. It is an incredible venue to just wander around in.
We were there for a business after 5, and people
Yeah.
who were there were like, "I'd never been in here. This is incredible." I'm like, all the
Yeah.
locomotives, they're all
Okay.
lit up. You can see all the
Well,
history.
we
There's
did-
a massive
Yeah,
model
yeah.
train set.
Yeah.
Well, we just had the Prime Minister and the Premier there in one day,
Yeah,
and they both stood there
Shocked.
going,
in awe.
I didn't know what you meant when
Yeah.
we're going to a railway museum, what we would see, but that's the neatest place I've ever seen. And of course, we've shared that I did a yuck yuck show there once, and the comedians thought this was the funniest thing ever. I got to stand here and do comedy in front of a locomotive? If I don't do good, does it start up? It's just a lot of fun.
That would be a
Yeah.
great way to take comedians off stage.
No,
Instead of the hook, you
use
just have
cow
a
pusher.
train.
Yeah, yeah. I like it. Yeah. All right. Sorry, you're sentenced to the caboose. Get going.
We also have the Railway City Downtown Hunt, which is the scavenger hunt that's happening throughout the downtown core because of the construction. So you want to get people into the businesses. All the businesses are open. There was some miscommunication where people were saying that businesses are being closed for months. They're not closed.
No, they're all active
open.
And going.
There's backdoor access. There's front door access, unless the water main's being changed, which might be a day or two. But like, you can go there. You can still support those local businesses.
And we're seeing the end of it now. The first section where they're doing some leveling today. It looks like curbs will be going in this week. If the curbs go in, then we can pave. Yes. Get the driving back in, and then the sidewalks have to be finished and all the design work. But we've had a good weather season for construction, so I'm happy to say many things are ahead.
Absolutely. We have a book recommendation in now as well from Beth Douglas. She's saying Treasure. The author is Muriel Messier.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Beth
Do you know that
helps
book?
us with a lot of stuff. But,
Do you know that book?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I've read it because
What's it about?
So.
Wow. Tell us everything.
It's about finding a treasure. I can't tell you everything because you have to walk and read
it.
Oh,
no spoilers.
But it's about finding a treasure, and treasures are not always what you think they're going to be.
So that's one of the panel, the walk and read the book.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
There you go, folks.
I like it.
So,
what else?
What other events are happening? Let us know, people. Let us know.
Geez.
Those are ones that are in my
we know
list
coming
there.
up. We've got soon coming up Father's Day weekend, and that will mean the Lions Club car show at Pinafore Park. There's just look every weekend in the summer. If you can't find something to do, you're not leaving your house.
You're not looking.
Right. You're not looking at all. There is just so many great things going on.
Yeah.
Right.
This weekend, actually, this Saturday, the Elgin, the archives, the Heritage Center.
Yes.
That's where it's going to be. It's called Ride the Whistle Stop Trail. And we're going to be there. Come and check out our booth. But there's going to be a lot of other vendors there and a lot of activities and donuts and coffee.
And still the antique bike show?
Bikes.
Yes, antique bikes.
But you can bring your bike and also ride the trail,
Exactly.
right?
There's a map for you to pick up. And
thank you.
There's buttons to make and all that kind of stuff. You do need to sign up for that. So check out their website. I think it's through Eventbrite. You need to register for it just so we have an idea of how many people are coming. But if the weather holds, I think it'll be a wonderful, wonderful event. We actually have somebody coming and demonstrating one of those high wheelers.
I know.
Very cool.
They look so hard to get on and get going. How did someone design something with a great big wheel in the front and a little wheel in the back? But that was a bicycle.
That was the first one, like one of the first ones. They're like, what? Why?
Hey, make two equal size wheels, folks. I mean,
I think they wanted to get over like the big curbs, like the bigger wheels help to not get stuck on those things. But like, I also thought like if you're in a rut and you have a big wheel, like you're going over. Like
you pretty much got to run to a full speed to jump up onto the seat, right?
It's terrifying to watch. I just every time I see him do it, I'm like, oh, is he going to make it? So, but it's very.
There, I've just criticized bicycle makers from the 1800s. Send your cards and letters to Grayden.
Oh man, I'm just checking in on my messages. If you email me, Grayden@establishmedia.ca, then I will be able to put any of those events in.
If you've got an event coming up or something you want us to share, look at always this week, every weekend in the summer, lots of yard sales and garage sales going on. If the weather stays nice, you know that this is really a popular weekend for Port Stanley to get out. Our parks will be just lovely. I think we July 1st before we get to pools at the JC pools, but the splash pads are before that. So we will share with all of that. Let's do kind of a summer update for next week.
I think that'd be fantastic. Absolutely. All right, I'm just checking if there are any last minute emails that came in that I can mention, but there aren't. So we're coming to the end of our show here. This has been fantastic, Darlene.
Oh. And thank you, Angela from the Vines, for having us as her guest again this week. Right. But I can come here and kind of hide out.
I know, it's very
chill. It works out really well.
I know. I feel like I'm kind of like in a Bond film when I come in here. It's all like the nice interior.
Remember, though, Mayor's Update is about an open forum. If you have questions about your city or something else, I know we covered all the bad parking right now already. But
some people don't think we actually broadcast live Well, we do.
We do.
We're here.
This
We're
is-
live. This is
It gets repeated a number of times.
yeah.
And you can, anybody who didn't see it tonight, tell your friends, they can watch it right afterwards. But also Rogers picks it up and plays it
As many
one
times
night
as they
this
want.
week. Right. And they play it a lot, but there is a set time now they have for us too. And I should have written it down. And now that there's no London Knights to watch on the Rogers, there's
Oh,
yeah, I know. I love them dearly, but there's
So
now
close.
spare time.
So close.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much, Mayor Joe,
Thank
for
you.
making time every
That's
week
great.
to do this show. Thanks to our sponsors, our viewers. We'll
Yeah.
see you next week. Take
Yep.
care, guys. Bye.